Hi everyone, we're at Pocket Gamer Connects London 2024. I'm Dylan from HyprChats and I'm joined by Steven from DECA. Steven, welcome.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. I think the last time we had you on was pre-pandemic,
Yes.
so perhaps you could get the audience up to speed on, reintroducing yourself and what you and DECA have been up to.
Absolutely, yeah. So I'm Steven from DECA Games. We are a Berlin headquartered but completely global company. We're focused on rescuing free-to-play games that studios and publishers wish that they could do more with. So we've been in operation for probably about 8 years now, and we have over 30 games in our portfolio, free-to-play among PC and mobile as well, but primarily mobile.
Got it. And leading the BD charge over there, maybe you could walk us through a day in your life. What are you doing on the day-to-day to help improve the DECA business?
Sure. So this is kind of the typical day, coming to events and meeting wonderful people in the industry, meeting game developers, publishers, potential partners, and trying to figure out if we can find exciting and interesting games to work on. When we're not at conferences, I'm usually traveling or home, just on calls with developers, scouting games, trying to look at the market and see who's doing what, keeping tabs on what's happening and networking with people, basically.
For sure. And from a publisher perspective, if you're getting down to like the nitty-gritty of things, how do you assess if a game will be popular? What are like KPIs, metrics, analytics that you're looking at that kind of provides that secret sauce of success?
Great question. I think there's the obvious KPIs, right? Like obviously needs to be a certain size and scale in terms of revenues and that kind of thing, maybe downloads. But for us, it's actually a combination of those numbers, those analytics, but also a lot of other things that we find are really important. For example, is there a diehard community in the games? And for us, that's historically been one of the biggest factors to our success, is finding games where the players are loyal, they're very adamant and passionate, and they're somewhere sharing their love for the game. Could be Discord, Reddit, or forums, for example. And that gives us more confidence that, okay, these guys are super loyal. When we take over a game or acquire the game, they're going to keep coming back, and they're going to actually bring their friends back to the game as well. And that's sort of been one of the recipes to our success so far.
Got it, for sure. Yeah, no, and I know you mentioned that on the Fireside Chat we had on years ago, and I think that was pre-acquisition of Embracer Group. So, it's obviously many years later after post-acquisition. Maybe you could talk us through that relationship. How has it been over the years? How have the synergies been? I imagine a lot of ideology share and things like that, but maybe you could speak on it a little bit more.
Yeah, another great question, Dylan. I can't speak on behalf of the Embracer Group, but I can say from our perspective as DECA, the acquisition has been amazing for us. So within a year post-acquisition in 2020, we basically doubled in terms of size, in terms of the number of games in our portfolio. We also added a lot of other studios to our DECA operating group as well, so including Ayugo and a Thinking Ape in Vancouver, Crazy Labs, who you also probably have heard of, based in Israel, and these are really experienced, really successful studios on their own right. And so being able to join forces with them and collaborate and share information has been amazing, and it also gives us more resources that we can bring to bear in terms of finding new games, acquiring new titles, bringing them to our portfolio. So it's been all good for us.
Yeah, no, that's great to hear. And obviously similar question that we're working in gaming, right? You're probably playing games all the time. Is there a specific game, whether it's the DECA portfolio or something within the Embracer Group that, is a game that you're playing a lot?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, ironically, I don't get to play games that I want to play personally that often. It's a lot of just testing games for work purposes, but in the DECA portfolio, there's a bunch. Since the last time we talked, one of my favorite games is The Walking Dead No Man's Land, which we acquired from a studio called Next Games in Finland. They're part of Netflix now. So really exciting to be able to work together with a famous IP, and AMC, the IP holder, has been a really great partner. So that's been a wonderful experience for us. Also Dragonville, I don't know if you heard of that one. I don't know if we're working with you guys on that one.
HyprChats is in there.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So that's also been a great one because that was actually an early iPhone hit, and when I started in the industry, that was a really big one. And when we heard that the studio was closing down, we kind of reached out, and we were really lucky to be able to do a deal to rescue that game. And players are super happy; they're super loyal. we do a lot of really cool integrations with the community as well. So that one's also, I would say, has a soft spot in my heart.
Yeah, totally. Super cool stuff. You know, coming down to the wire here, obviously 2023 is in the rear view. Everyone faced their own challenges. 2024, what does that look like for you? What can we expect from DECA this year?
Yeah, I have to say, especially talking to people in the last couple days, it's a tough time for the industry. And I think no one's only a few people are doing really, really well. I think our business is very stable just by the nature of the business. But I think one of the things that we're looking forward to is exploring where else can we bring our games to. So not only the App Store and Google Play, but maybe new markets, new territories, new channels, third-party stores, perhaps. We also have more games coming in. So we have more PC games joining the portfolio. We have premium games now coming in as well. So I don't really have a lot of experience with premium games. So we're going through that exercise now of how do premium games work? What can we do with them? Where can we bring them? And that kind of thing. So trying to expand our knowledge and our playbook. And then if these new ideas and new initiatives take off, then we'll also roll them out for some of our existing catalog as well.
Amazing. Wow. All exciting stuff and all great things to look forward to.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, Steven, I appreciate it. Thank you so much and hope you enjoy the rest of the event.
Thank you, Dylan. My pleasure.